Next up, we have the winner of our 2021 James Applewhite Poetry Prize, who happens to be an ECU alum too. Michael Loderstedt is Professor Emeritus of Kent State University, where he taught printmaking and photography. His recent manuscript, The Yellowhammer's Cross, received a 2020 Ohio Arts Council Fellowship in Nonfiction Literature. His work has been published in Neighborhood Voices and the Muleskinner Journal, and he has written for The Land. Michael's visual art can be found in the public collections of the Cleveland Museum of Art, the Cleveland Clinic Foundation, and the Akron Art Museum, among other venues. He has completed international art residencies in Belgium, Germany, among other places. Michael is the director of Photocentric, Cleveland's contemporary gallery dedicated to presenting new works in photography. This poet and artist grew up on the Outer Banks, a region that continues to inspire his art and poetry. Please welcome Michael Loderstedt.
Hello, everyone. So, thank you, and we're going to read one piece without accompaniment and then play two with. I also want to introduce you to Bruce Edwards, who's going to accompany me on cymbal and clarinet. So, the first poem I'm going to read is called Why We Fished, which tries to answer the question of why I spent so much time with a fishing pole in my hands. In the corner of every boy's room sat a box of hooks, various sizes, some rusty, leaden sinkers, bankers, pyramids, stamped with ones, twos, and threes, fours for heavy gales, jerk jiggers, mirror lures, hopkins, some wire leaders, snap swivels, waiting, ready to go. Maybe a cast net in a plastic pail, and your pole gleamed in the corner, two-piece to fit in back of car for the long ride to the inlet. We fished instead of homework because we'd seen the reruns, Gilligan's Island, Beverly Hillbillies, Marianne or Ginger, we'd chosen, whipping the long silver line out over foamy breakers. The kinfolk said, move away from there, but we never did. Instead, we fished. We fished for the stories, the albacore that swam through your legs, the heron that followed you down the beach eating all your catch, the doormat flounder you lost, his two bug eyes staring up, taking your lure and his grin, your lies stretching out across the sand and back under the waves. We fish for our mothers and cornmeal, egg wash, and the smell you can truly never wash away. Your red hands, two mullets, folded under a pillow each night, the bed moving slowly back and forth, shells tumbling along. We fished because we had to. Our lives grown too big for our little houses. We fished to be away, to feel each bump and guess, scratching for something larger than this place, this lot. So the next piece we're going to perform, and it's titled The Eye. And, when I was a kid, we were really excited about hurricanes because it meant something changed and something was new. So we would go play outside in hurricanes. I should mention, I was raised by wolves. So The Eye. How many warm nights I'd lie awake, listening to waves crashing into troughs, a rising rising hiss and falling softly, always beckoning. I am here, I am always here, this unwavering sea. I never thought you'd come for us, breach thin dunes and lift this house from its blocks. Even as winds roared and beds shook, oak branches slamming their fists all around us. A heavy silence fell when the eye passed over. The sky, a pale yellow. Children wandered the tangled yard, lost like drunks, waiting for another wind to switch and blow us back inside. We pulled groaning nails from boarded windows and drained the tub as lights flickered back. Pots on the stove, water salted. The broken bay tree gave leaf to our unholy sauce. Outside, the sound of many hands clapping. The seas, distant applause. So we'd like to do one more, and our last one is entitled Memory of Whales. One of the great, or maybe in addition to the return of the bald eagle, is that whales are now starting to return to their migratory paths along the Outer Banks. But when I was a kid, you never saw a whale, so this is a little bit about that. So. One second. All right, here we go. A whale's memory lasts 100 years. It may take longer to forget the brutality once piled in wooden boats, coils of rope, sharpened steel, all rowing furiously to catch passing pods. Why didn't they fight back? Crush us with one mighty swipe of tail. Instead, they swam further from shore, and still we chase them from Hatteras to Nantucket. We light our cities with petroleum now. We never saw whales passing our little island during daylight. But walking along shore on still nights, you might hear a watery exhale from distant blowhole or fin slap under cover of the sea's darkness. Whales gliding past, whispering old hunt songs to calves.